This is the intro to my video. Please subscribe. Woo! Hey everyone, welcome to Resin Crafting with Chris Collected. On today's episode, we have 3 molds that I debuted first in my Unboxing Life video, so make sure to go check that out if you want to see more about it. First off, we have a heart that's similar to Sailor Moon, and it's just a really cool looking heart. Next, I want to believe that I sell alien head rugs. And finally, be kind. Just like a little plaque that I could have at my store or, you know, any booth pop-up, stuff like that. Or just in the background of videos like this. First up, we're going to be using this Craft Smart Premium Variegated Flakes. It is gold, silver, and bronze in there, and even some green and such. Next, these is holographic stars, and from Pearl X, we're going to use the pink gold. This is a mica powder. Doesn't that look beautiful? And some black glitter. Just a little bit, though. So, we're using my standard, which nowadays is Let's Resin. I actually just got a gallon of Tea Expert in, so in future videos, you'll see me use some of that. We've poured the first part in, now let's pour the second part in. We're doing 200 milliliters of each. This is a 1-to-1 solution. I'm always trying to make sure it's extra level that needed a tiny bit more. All right, let's get to mixing. I'm really excited about these molds. I've said in the past that I'm trying to switch over to this solid form of mold just because it's so much easier. You're not going to have the same problems that you have in the thinner molds that just have a little bit of lines and stuff on the back of them. This nice thick mold is going to be very level. Because, you know, there's no areas to sag, there's no areas to bend or anything like that. And with my nice labeled table, I end up having some great pieces. The demolding video for this one will not be included. It will be on my Patreon tomorrow. The idea is I want to have a lot of the demolding and behind the scenes footage be put onto the Patreon, and then about once a month, I'm going to release some of that information and content out onto YouTube as well. This is my full-time job, so any like, comment, subscribes is always the best. Thank you so much. Now let's split this resin up into 2 different containers. First, I want to put the blue hollow stars into the left one. Next, this is some black glitter. I didn't mean to put this much of it. I just meant a little bit less, but a little more came out, and that's okay. I should have used a scoop for it. And now the pink gold from Pearl X. The idea for my colors here is I'm going to put 1 scoop in each, and then one of them, the one on the right, is going to get 2 scoops. That way the one on the left is a little more see-through, and the one on the right is not. That way we can kind of see the difference. Okay, so I'm going to brush on, and these are the 2 brushes I'm going to use. The smaller one is the one I'm going to use for the majority, and then the bigger one I use to just brush off at the end, any kind of excess. This is my first time ever doing this, so let's hope it goes well. As you can see, one little error that happened is I had one piece go into the K. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That's just going to stay there. And at first, I'm like, all right, let's do each individual piece and kind of get it in there, because they're already loose. A lot of times you can buy them in big sheets, but this is not that. This is already, like, they're already chopped up. And so what I realized I needed is like, I'm just gonna get a big scoop of them out. With a little popsicle stick. Now the idea here is, this will be kind of a two-part one. You know, I love to do a series. And so this is when you first find it in a TV show and it's like still undiscovered and the crystal hasn't been cleaned up yet. And, you know, so it's kind of like my own little anime, and it's like I'm finding this gem, and it's still kind of covered by the dirt and earth, and it's like, what is it? But, you know, the left side, you'll still be able to see some of the color coming through, that pink gold, but it still be like kind of dirty, you know? I was like, I wanted it to look like that, and then we'll make another one later, in another video, and then that will be a clearer one, and, you know, maybe I'll put a light behind it, and that way it can kind of be like the shiny version. Those are my Jujutsu Kaisen ones. You can check my unboxing life and see more about it. This is a big brush. I'm just brushing any excess off. Because I specifically wanted that left side to be a little bit, so it's like you see it in the diamond in the rough, you're like, ooh, what's that? Alright, let's make sure to get all of this out of the container. I know normally I've been leaving a little bit of clear, but this one I knew I 100% wanted these two colors and to do it as like a 1 scoop, 2 scoop experiment. And that's looking good, but as you can see, it is still a little bit see-through. We'll see the other one later, and you can see in the photos at the end, you can really see the difference. That's looking great. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video, and what I'm going to do from now on is use my front camera angle at the end like I did last time, where it's all sped up, so you can see the pores from one more angle at the end. Still got a little bit left over. Let's mix up this one now. You can see already, this one is looking more solid. Isn't that just looking so much more solid? Looks amazing. And it's a little hard to tell, but you can see there is some small black little flecks in there from the glitter. Again, the black glitter went wrong with the, like, this is ancient and old. That was kind of the idea there. Honestly, I think I could have done without it looking at the final product, but I was just like, you know, at the time, it's like, oh, I think this will work. And now you can see the technique. What I'm doing here is you pour out a little bit, and anytime you have words and design like this, I really recommend doing this, is instead of pouring it all at one time and taking a micro brush to it afterwards, and before you do all that, just pour like a third to a half of it in, and slowly move it all around, let the resin just seep in, and then give it a few little whaps. Again, with these nice flat, like thicker molds, really easy to do that technique. I grabbed the wrong one for a second there. Ooh, almost messed up the whole experiment. So now we pour the rest of this 2 scoop into the left one. And I want to believe that you can win the giveaway. I have a giveaway going on my Instagram page. It will be going on from May 13th to May 25th, where the winner will get a free 18-inch rug and 1 yard of fabric of their choice, and I will make them some bags and other things that I make. You have to go to my Instagram and post a comment about what you would like to see me make a rug of. But feel free, if you're into the resin more, to be like, actually, this is a resin mold that I would like to see, or something like that. Now let's pour this Be Kind. The idea here is to dirty pour this first one just in, and I wanted it to kind of be like a splash. Ultimately, though, you know, we're just trying to use up the rest of our resin. All right, let's get all the rest of those hollow stars out there. Next up, I do have enough left for one more piece. Well, let's make sure. you know me, I was like, I'm really confident I have enough. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't I actually just finish this one first? There we go. Now let's pour this little cat. As you can see, I'm pouring in on the top right side. It's nice and helps to prevent bubbles. I noticed there was a little bit more that needed to be done in the tray. I think this bottom baking sheet that I'm using is a little uneven on the sides, and so I noticed that the big tray was a little uneven, but the other two are really good. It just kind of has like rolled corners, and this thing happened to be a little too long for it. Lastly, this is a tiny little frog holding a heart. A super cute piece, and I'm going to finish it off and then put it on one of my bags randomly, or put it into my winning pile for my gotcha machine. I've kind of recently decided that I'm going to finish off a few pieces of these resin and then give them away as prizes in my gachapon machine. It's only $3. You get a microfiber cloth and a little prize, which it could be a resin piece. I'm in the process of redesigning my website, and that's one of the new things that's going to happen. I'm going to have a lot of mystery boxes and all kinds of things. So maintaining my inventory just was not possible for me. So they're going to have to do kind of a mystery style. All right. I had a little bit left over, and you know, I don't waste any at all. So my new favorite mold is the Mickey Mouse mold for using a little tiny bit. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned, and you will see all of the pours from a different angle. All of this was done at 3 times speed. If you like it faster or slower, put it in the comments below. I'm trying to add this little extra bit. It kind of makes my videos a little longer, but also, you know, just helps show all my footage off. And hopefully it helps you if you're thinking about getting into resin. You can kind of see my hands and how everything works from a different angle. If you like all the effort and everything that I put into these videos, I do have a Patreon. I'm trying to do a big push in the next month to 2 months to get up to 5 Patreons. I only have 2 right now, and so we'll get even more in the future. And I'm hoping for about 10 to 15 by the end of the year. You can really see how nice these molds are from this angle. I love that the person that made them in like random colors too. So it's like a little bit white, a little bit purple, And then the yellow one is just like, I love us all tie-dyed. It was really cool. All right, last up, we have the Mickey Mouse. Stick around and you can see the final images. Thank y'all so much. Remember, my giveaway is on my Instagram. Make sure to go comment, subscribe to this channel, get your chance to get a free stuff. Thank y'all so much. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Man, this stuff looks cool.